Hello, welcome back to you today's BOD Weekend Forecast. Today, having a detailed look at when it's 7 days across the British Isles. Taste of autumn today. It's cloudy, wet, quite cool across many parts of the country, but this is a one-day only dip into autumnal conditions. As we get through into next week, particularly, you're going to find high pressure building in. It's going to turn significantly warmer, much warmer than you'd expect in September. Temperatures going up into mid-20s Celsius, loads of dry weather, and plenty of sunny spells coming up as well. So if you want an extension of summer, it's going to be with you in a few days. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, there's linked articles on all the pages. Have a browse widgets and click through the links. You'll be having us to pay for the website, and thanks very much for doing that. There's video ads, most of the pages say own content. When you watch a close book up again, it all helps to pay for GazWorldBiz.com. The websites using for the weekend forecast are coming from WeatherCentral.de and theweatheroutlook.com. You can find the link to both websites on the links page. Later on, we'll have CanSIP Saturday, so just for fun, we'll be looking at the next 6 months worth of potential weather with the CanSIP model. That's going to take us from October next month through to March next year. And tomorrow, the winter updates are going to start as well. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. This is radar picture, though, from the Weather Outlook. So we've got a lot of heavy rain coming in across England and Wales. The bright colours are there, indicating some really heavy bursts in places. You see that it's particularly through the Irish Sea into northern England and then down into the West Midlands and Wales. It hasn't yet arrived in the southeast, and many southern counties actually have just got patchy shower rain. Although there is another mass of heavier rain lurking to the far southwest. That could push through southern counties actually later on this afternoon and into this evening. This is today's Arctic pressure chart. Low pressure is coming in off the Atlantic, bringing this little burst of autumnal conditions. So Scotland stays out of the worst of it today. You're going to remain mostly dry there. There will be some showery rain breaking out by the end of this afternoon, but mostly dry across Scotland. But come through Ireland, down into northern England, through Wales, through the Midlands, outbreaks of heavy and persistent rain into this afternoon, then extending towards Lincolnshire and East Anglia as well. More southern counties, the rain is generally quite patchy and showery in nature, but it could get heavier later on this afternoon, and the far southeast likely to stay dry until this evening. Temperatures are going to be ranging from around 14 to 19, so it's certainly going to feel quite cool, especially in comparison to what we've been used to down in the south. And the winds are going to be picking up a bit as well, so a bit of a grim afternoon, really. Quite a lot of rain, fairly strong winds, and cool temperatures also. Definitely a little hint of autumn in the air. Overnight, we're going to find showery rain pushing into eastern parts of the country and then clearing away in the second half of the night. Showers will die back towards western facing coast, and many places will become dry actually overnight as this low pressure clears off into the North Sea. Temperatures will be mild, holding up at around 9 to 15 degrees, so no problems there. Sunday finds us in a little transient ridge as that first low pressure is moving in towards Denmark, and another area of low pressure which contains the humid remains of Hurricane Gaston lurks out to the west of the country. So a lot of dry weather coming up for Sunday. There'll be a mix of sunny spells and variable cloud. A few showers could develop in central and northern parts of the country, but I don't think they'll amount to too much. Fair amount of fine weather for Sunday. Temperature's going to be quite cool though, despite the sunshine, just ranging again from around 14 to 19 degrees, something like that. That's about average really for early September, but going to be feeling quite cool compared to what we've been used to. Now, overnight sunny into Monday, this area of low pressure is going to move out to the northwest of Scotland, but it's going to be dragging in a warm front across the country, and that warm front heralds the change to significantly warmer weather for next week. So this is the Arctic pressure chart for Monday. You see high pressure is building up from the south and to the east as the low pressure, which I say contains remains of Hurricane Gaston, is to the south of Iceland. What this doesn't show is that a warm front is moving across the country. So we'll start Monday on quite a cloudy and fairly wet note actually. There could be outbreaks of rain almost anywhere, but most likely in the north and the west. That's all going to push northwards and eastwards across the country through the morning. The rain will turn increasingly light and patchy and showery as it does so. And then as this ridge builds up from the south, we're going to find increasing amounts of sunshine developing in the south and the west of the country during the course of Monday afternoon. And as the sunshine breaks through, the temperatures are going to rocket. We'll go up to around 25 degrees in the southeast by the end of Monday. That's around 77 Fahrenheit. Always cooler in the north because we may keep some outbreaks of rain going across Scotland and northeast England from that warm front. But as we go through into Tuesday, high pressure is dominating the weather then, and we're within a large warm envelope of air also. I think the problem we may have with this is that there could be quite a bit of cloud trapped underneath this high pressure. That could limit the temperature potential. Now, potentially on Tuesday, temperatures could go up to 28 degrees in the southeast. That's around 83 Fahrenheit. It will be very dependent on how much sunshine manages to break through. So if we keep a lot of cloud under this ridge of high pressure, but it'll limit temperatures to around 20 or 21. And that's warm enough, of course, for early September, and will be quite humid as well. But if that sun breaks through for any length of time down in the south-southeast, it will turn hot for the time of the year. And the same is true really for Wednesday. Again, high pressure is across the country, but there could be a fair amount of cloud trapped underneath that high pressure. So it's a mix of sunny spells and cloud. How much sunshine breaks through will be the issue in terms of how high the temperatures can go. But potentially, again, we're into the mid to upper 20s Celsius if the sunshine comes out for any length of time. Almost universally dry across the country as well, Tuesday and Wednesday, a real burst of summer type conditions. Now on Thursday, a slight repositioning of the high pressure more towards Scandinavia will allow the winds to turn a little bit more southerly, and that will start to increase the sunshine. So as we get through to Thursday, I think there is a greater chance of long sunny spells coming through. The cloud should melt away. And despite that, though, temperatures probably don't go much higher than the days before. So again, 27, 28 probably our limit. That's into the low 80s Fahrenheit down in the southeast. Again, it looks almost universally dry, although there could be some showers coming into Ireland by the end of the day. But another very warm, locally hot day for Thursday. And then we get through into Friday, and it looks as though pressure is beginning to leak away to the south and the west. I think we still hang on to a lot of dry weather even into Friday, but there will be an increasing risk of showery rain, maybe thunder coming in towards Ireland, possibly southwestern England and the Channel Islands. Otherwise, lots of dry weather, plenty of sunny spells coming through, and temperatures again low to mid-20s Celsius. A very unusual and prolonged spell of warm weather coming up through the course of this week. And then we go through to the weekend. There's a lot of uncertainty. This is the chart for Saturday, and then we go through into Sunday, and you see gradually it is turning more unsettled. So very uncertain for next weekend, but I think an increasing risk of showers or thunderstorms moving in from the south and the west as the dry weather recedes to the east of the country. Temperatures are going to be probably turning a little bit cooler from the west as well. Excuse me. If I have a look at charts from the Weather Outlook, so you see weather in your area for the next 7 days. Quite a lot of rain across the country today. Some of it will be heavy and persistent, especially in parts of northern England, down to Wales and through the Midlands as well. Temperatures are cool. A drier day coming up for Sunday, and I think we may have still some showers left in central northern parts of the country, but they should be quite light and scattered. More in way of dry weather and sunny spells, but temperatures will be on the cool side. Monday, I think we're going to start off with cloud and rain coming across the country on a warm front. That'll push northwards and eastwards and introduce increasingly dry and bright weather from the south. Some will push up from the south, and temperatures will start to rocket down in the southeast as well. And that leads us then into Tuesday and Wednesday, which this is suggesting still a few showers scattered about, but I think that's overdone. I think both of those days should really be dry days. What it is picking up on, though, where it's showing showers, I think what it's picking up on actually is the chance of quite a lot of cloud. So temperatures Tuesday, Wednesday could potentially be hot, but we've got the risk of cloud, which, if it is extensive, is going to limit that temperature potential somewhat. Thursday should have better sunshine coming through. Temperatures very warm, and that sunshine continues into Friday as well. Again, very warm, if not locally hot temperatures. Some showers breaking out in the west later on, and that, I think, is the trend into next weekend as it turns increasingly showery with the risk of heavy rain or thunderstorms breaking out over the weekend. So in summary, we're looking at quite a warm week coming up. It's starting autumnal today with cloud, rain and cool temperatures, but that's a one-day only offer. As we get through into next week, we're going to find, after a damp start on Monday, increasingly warm and humid air pushing up from the south, and that leads us to a prolonged spell of very warm, if not locally hot weather through the rest of next week. That's all for now. Come back later on for CanSIP Saturday. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.